The cursor blinks. Kai has been staring at it for 11 minutes. The document is called untitled.md. He'll rename it when he's done if he finishes, which he probably won't. That's what he tells himself every time he opens it and closes it without writing a word. He's opened it 6 times this week. Tonight is different. Tonight, he leaves his hands on the keyboard and forces himself to stay.
His name was James.
He stops, deletes it, types it again.
His name was James, and he was the best co-founder I never kept.
Kai stares at that sentence for a long time. Then he keeps going. They met at a Midwest Accelerator cohort in the spring, 2 years before Kai moved to the city, back when he still believed that the right room could change everything. James was the kind of person who made rooms feel smaller, not because he dominated them, but because he filled them completely. He had a way of listening that made you feel like the most interesting problem in the world. Kai noticed it immediately. He hated it a little. Then he wanted it. They spent 4 nights in a row talking through an idea Kai had been sitting on for 18 months. A career navigation tool. Not a job board, not a resume helper. Something that could model a person's actual trajectory and surface the paths that matched who they were becoming, not just who they'd been. Kai called it Pathline. James made it real. James was the one who found the first beta users. James was the one who wired the payment processor at 2 in the morning because neither of them could sleep. James was the one who wrote the emails, gave the demos, talked to the investors who almost said yes. Kai built the engine. James built the world around it. For 18 months, it did. Kai pauses. His hands lift off the keyboard. He goes to the kitchen and stands by the window for 3 minutes without doing anything. Then he comes back. The pivot argument started on a Tuesday. Kai doesn't remember which Tuesday exactly, but he remembers the light. Late afternoon, the office still humid from a broken AC unit, both of them exhausted in a way that had stopped feeling temporary. James had been talking to users, not just their 2 paying beta customers, but people adjacent to the problem, people who almost fit the product but didn't quite. He'd found a pattern. The tool worked better as a recruiting surface than a personal growth tool. The demand signal was cleaner. The willingness to pay was higher.
We should go where the water flows.
It wasn't stubbornness. He's told himself that 100 times since. It was something more like grief, preemptive and irrational. The sense that pivoting meant admitting the original thing wasn't real, that the 18 months weren't what he thought they were. James saw a business opportunity. Kai saw an obituary. The argument lasted 3 weeks. Not continuous. They'd go quiet for a few days, work in parallel, pretend it was resolved. Then one of them would say something and it would start again. On the 22nd day, James sent a calendar invite.
Dissolution meeting.
Kai accepted without responding. A lawyer handled the rest. The LLC was unwound with the kind of institutional efficiency that made Kai feel like none of it had meant anything. James moved to San Francisco 6 weeks later. They haven't spoken since. Pathline died on a Wednesday in November. The servers ran until February, when the hosting bill came due and Kai let it lapse. In April, 6 months after the shutdown, one of the 2 paying beta users emailed to ask when the product was coming back. She'd been recommending it to people. She thought it was just a hiatus. She said she'd pay more if that was the issue. Kai read the email on the train. He read it again that night. He started a draft reply 4 separate times. He never sent one. He still thinks about that sometimes. Not as guilt, exactly, but as a kind of static. The person who wanted the thing he built. The product that worked for someone. The email he couldn't answer because answering it would have required explaining something he still doesn't have words for. He's tried to describe the James year to people since. Investors who ask about past projects. Founders who ask about early failures. He gives them the clean version. Co-founder conflict, irreconcilable vision differences, amicable dissolution. It lands fine. Nobody pushes. The cursor blinks. Kai looks at what he's written. He doesn't edit it. He doesn't read it back. He types one more line at the bottom.
I need a co-founder who can't quit. I don't think that person exists.
He saves the file. He renames it james.md. He moves it into the folder he keeps for things that are finished and dead. Pathline lives there. 3 other projects live there. Now James does too. He closes the laptop. The room is very quiet.